Our experiment number 15 is more of preprocessor directives. So basically, these are the objectives for experiment number 15. Number one, you should be able to be familiar with the different preprocessor directives used in C language. So for sure, familiar na tayo sa mga header files na ginagamit po natin in the previous machine experiments, pero marami pa po tayong libraries na pwedeng explore. And in your final project, pwede mong gamitin yung other preprocessor directive so that you could use other functions available to that specific header file. And then understand the concepts and applications of preprocessors in C, and then write programs to apply preprocessor directives in C. So by the way, in the next machine experiments that we're gonna do, tuturuan ko rin kayo how to make your own library, how to make your own preprocessor directive. So pwede po yon. Yung theory natin, sabi dito, preprocessor directives are actually the instructions to the compiler itself. They are not translated but are operated directly by the compiler. So meron tayong dalawang commonly used preprocessor directives at nagamit na po natin ito in the previous experiment. So one of which is include directive and the other one is define directive. So yung include directive po natin, this is used to include files. Like as we include header files in the beginning of the program using sharp include directive katulad nito. So ginamit po natin yan yung hashtag include standard input output.h and then hashtag include console input output.h. Yung define directive naman is used to assign the names to different constants or even statements which are to be used repeatedly in a program. So instead na mahaba yung statement or instruction na ilalagay natin doon sa ating source code, pwede ka na lang gumamit ng define directive for that purpose. These defined values or statement can be used by main or in the user-defined functions as well. So basically, they are used for defining a constant, defining a statement, or even defining a mathematical expression. In the previous experiment that we did, ginamit lang talaga natin si define directive for a constant. Pero pwede rin siyang gamitin for statement or even for mathematical expression. This is the common example that we use for the define. Diba? Gumamit tayo ng hashtag define, PIR5, then the value of that is 3.142. And then pwede ka rin gumamit ng hashtag define P, and then printf, enter a new number. And then pwede ka rin gumamit ng hashtag define for A, and then ito yung formula to get for the volume of the sphere. So instead na tatandaan mo yon, instead na, tatandaan mo rin yung printf, so gumagamit na lang tayo ng define directive for that purpose. Ang tawag din po doon sa ginawa natin for the define is macros. So what is hashtag define in C? The hashtag define directive is basically used to create macros which are essentially symbolic names or shortcuts that the compiler replaces before the actual compilation. So pwede po natin siyang isipin katulad ng reusable labels or formulas. So ito yung breakdown ng macros na binigay kong example. Yung una, yung hashtag define pa, yung 3.142. So ibig sabihin lang yan, yung PI, dinidefine natin as constant value na 3.142. So anywhere na ni-write mo yung pi dun sa code mo, yung compiler, i-replace and automatically ng value na 3.142. So, mahalagang practice po yan for readability and consistency. Even in the industry, ang term namin dito is parameterized. So normally kasi kapag nagko-code kami, nagagawa kami ng model, para we can change anytime the value of the parameter. So dinidefine namin siya as parameter value katulad nito. Kasi in this example, 'di ba? Kung naroon siya sa define pi, pwede mo namang i-change yung value ng pi, 'di ba? So all throughout the code, it will also be changed. Yung number 2 example naman natin, yung hashtag define p printf enter a new number. So, dinidefine natin si P as shortcut for the print a function na magpiprint ng enter a new number. So, writing P in your code is equivalent to this statement. So, 'di ba? So, yung quotation marks, tandaan po natin, should be straight quotes, not curly quotes to avoid syntax errors in C. So, be careful na lang kapag gusto po natin gumamit ng ganito to simplify our expression. So, make sure lang na walang syntax error. Anyway, kapag kinompile mo naman yung code mo, sasabihin naman niya kung may syntax error yung code natin. And then yung last example natin, yung hashtag define for a, for over 3 times pi times a times a times a. So, dinidefine natin yung macro for a that calculates yung volume ng sphere using formula volume is equal to 4 over 3 pi r cube. So, kapag ni-write mo si 4, 2, ayan, yung value ni A is 2, it becomes this. So, sinasubstitute niya na doon sa A yung value na 2, then kinocompute niya yung value ni volume. However, for as a macro name is not recommended because for is a reserved word in C used for loops. So maaring depende sa ginagamit po natin na IDE, baka mag-cause siya ng conflict or unexpected behavior. Therefore, pwede mo namang or ibahin yung ginamit natin na for kasi nga reserved word na po siya for the for looping statement. So to make your code cleaner and safer, pwede kang gumamit nito. Ayan, so wala halos change doon sa pi na ginamit natin. So nagamit na natin yan before. And then pwede mong i-define si prompt. Ayan, doon sa print enter a new number. And then pwede mong i-define sphere underscore volume R para dun sa formula natin kanina to get for the volume of the sphere. So this will avoid keyword conflicts and uses uppercase for macros, which is a common convention. So that is a good practice as well para hindi ka ma-confuse. Lahat ng mga define directive na ginamit natin, i-capital letters na lang po natin. So ito yung exercises natin for tonight. Yung una, gagawa ka lang ng program that will calculate and return the area and the volume of a sphere using define directive. So again, define directive yung kailangan ko for exercise number 1. Number 2, gawa ka ng program that will take 4 integers A, B, C, and D as input. Then ipiprint niya yung largest one using define directive. And then yung pangatlo, so you just have to know which of the following are correctly formed hashtag define statements. So ito, pwede mo siyang kompletohin, i-run mo lang ng konti yung code na to, then identify mo alin dito yung okay, alin dito yung NG. Then syempre, screenshot mo yung source code natin along with the simulation results and then make the necessary conclusion.